So it's been about 3 months since I've tried the New Balance Fuelcell Rebel V5, and I wanted to go ahead and give you guys kind of a follow-up, some pros and cons about this model, because it is definitely one that you should have your eyes on if you haven't had your eyes on them thus far. So let's go ahead and get into the video. First of all, this video is going to be sponsored by New Balance, but they don't dictate anything I say in the video. This is purely my opinion. I did want to let you guys know that though, and this is like one of those great opportunities that I have to be a full-time content creator with a family of 2 kids, and just being able to create content for you guys. Like, these partnerships mean so much to me. So the best way you could show support is if you're interested in any of the products that I'm going to be talking about. Link in the description of the video, and it will take you to New Balance. You can make your own purchases of these shoes or anything else from that link, and it lets New Balance know that you support the channel. Anyway, that said, there's a lot of things that I love about this pair of sneakers right here. There's just a couple of minor gripes that I have as well. So link in the description if you guys are interested in the New Balance Fuelcell Rebel V5. They have a bunch of different colorways, and they also do have wide versions. I did a comparison between the regular and the wide already. I on purposely got a wide version so I could try them out and see if it's a better option for myself than the standard pair, because typically for the Fuelcell line, it's made to go fast, and the width is usually just a little bit smaller across the toe box than on the wide version. So I will tell you though, overall, both of them work really, really well, but I do prefer the wide version still. And I actually brought both of these pairs with me on vacation to Hawaii this last summer. It was a super fun time. I actually saw an active volcano going off in the like lava colorway of the New Balance Fuelcell Rebel V5. So super fun moment for myself. I wore both colorways quite a bit, but I would say I probably wore the lava one just a little bit more. So just to start out, this pair weighs 8.2 ounces for the wide. The standard weighs 8.1 ounces. That's an incredible weight for this shoe. Like, you have an 8-ounce sneaker that is super lightweight, super breathable as well, with a Phantom Fit upper. And then you have this Fuelcell midsole that is very, very squishy, responsive as well. On the outsole, you have a nice pad of traction in the front, and then 2 little landing strips in the heel. I love the changes that they made over the 4th version as well. I did kind of a comparison in the review. The 4th version was excellent. I wore this pair a ton. The 5th version, I think that they made some changes that I really, really appreciated. The first one is the tongue. I love the idea that you have a standard tongue here versus the like fork tongue that we had on the previous model. Standard tongue for me is just a better overall fit. I like the styling of it better as well. The shoe is also gusseted, which means the tongue stays in place, which is a plus for myself since I wear them fairly loose. I like that I don't have to like cinch down the laces because you do have it already locked down pretty well. You have fused overlays for the heel counter as well as for the laces. You also do have like an underlay of extra added material for the toe box. And overall, I think the shoe looks very stylish, very sleek looking. And the best part is the price point at $140. Amazing value for what you actually get delivered in this product, which is why this is one of my favorite pairs of sneakers through summer. And through the year in general. I also like to call out the different colorways that they have. They have some really loud ones that I really like this, but they also have some toned down neutral colorways. And this colorway will be better for the fall time, in my opinion. I think this is a perfect fall sneaker. It's kind of sleek, stylish, definitely one that I think I could pull off in like jeans and like a button up even. It's that nice. But I like that there's a nice little variety there. So a quick rundown of some of the pros of this model. Obviously, the fact that these are lightweight is a huge W. Like, the fact that they're 8 ounces is awesome for $140 price point, which is another pro. The breathability of the upper and stuff is a pro also with the Phantom Fit. I really like the mesh and how breathable this shoe is. Another pro is the Fuelcell in the midsole is very, very soft. Now, New Balance Fuelcell is not exactly the same in every single model. You have the Propels and you have like the Elite V5s. The Elite V5s is 100% PIBA. In the midsole, this is like a PIBA blend from what I understand. And you also have Fuelcell in these 2 lifestyle models, the Made in the UK 991 V2 and the Made in the US 990 V6. The Fuelcell makes both of these shoes very comfortable also, but a different lane of comfort. It's really like a lot firmer comparison to something like the Fuelcell in the Rebel V5. I would say the fit of the model is true to size as well, which is a plus, but I do like that they have wide versions, which makes it an extra plus for myself. Because as I mentioned, I do have the regular and I do have the wides, and I do prefer the wides over the regulars, and having both of them side by side lets me know that that's the case. I do also think it's a plus that you have such a wide base on this model. Like, the width of the heels from the V2s to the V5s is such a drastic change of pace. Just a post-edit update, I'm actually referencing the Rebel V3s, not the V2s in the picture. They really like made it much wider. They made the foam stack much higher. They made the entire model like just a better version of itself. It's sleeker, it's fancier looking. I absolutely love the look of this shoe. The midsole sculpting design looks great. I loved how the back in the V4, it had the little fork in the back, and now they kind of removed that and just made it a little bit just more geometric looking back here, but like a little bit smoother and just better looking in my opinion overall. So it's crazy that they can take like a really, really good shoe and just make it that much better year over year, but I really feel like that's what they've done with the 5th version. Also, I think it's a pro. As usual, New Balance does a great job with reflective details in the front, back, side to side. It is important to have reflective details, especially as a primary running shoe. But that brings me into the next pro about the shoe, is that this is at its core a running sneaker, but as somebody that likes to run casually, but really likes to wear these for lifestyle, this is a really solid option for me at least, and my feet. That I just think is such a great pair that you can actually wear casually. This is like a top contender for one of the best vacation shoes for me. One that I've worn a number of places already, one that I'm going to probably wear to Vegas coming up, and then I'm going back to Hawaii again in November. I'm definitely going to be taking a pair of these again, probably the lava pair once again. So I like that it is a vacation shoe as well as a lifestyle shoe that you can wear from the casual perspective. And at its core, it's primarily a running sneaker that is truly a running sneaker. And as you can see probably from YouTube, there's a lot of people that have reviewed this shoe from the running perspective and have given it pretty high accolades as well. So I love that it is like a multifunctional pair, and people like myself can enjoy it, and other people that can run really, really fast and really, really long distances can enjoy these as well. So there's a lot of pros, obviously. It's one of my favorite shoes. It's one that I'm very passionate about, but that doesn't mean it's 100% perfect. There are some things that I think could use some minor improvements. The first change that I would make, though, is the insole. The insole is very thin and very small, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you don't need a lot of padding here because the padding is in the midsole, really. Like, the midsole is incredible. But this, like, overall shape of this, for some reason, it's just a little bit odd, and it doesn't fit perfectly inside of the shoe anymore. So I do like that you can take it out, but it is kind of loose in the shoe when you put it in here. I'm like, is it in place or not? Like, it sticks up a little bit in the heel and gets a little bit bunched. To be fair, though, I don't notice it like bunched up feeling under my foot when I'm walking around. I just visually can see it's a little bit crinkled in the back. So I do wish that the insoles were just a little bit like better fitting, or just maybe a little bit of an adhesive or something to hold it into place a little bit better. The other complaint that I have seen is the foam bottoms out a little bit over a longer period of time. I haven't ran in these like super extensively, like hundreds and hundreds of miles, so I can't really speak to that. But as somebody that's just a little bit heavier overall, wearing these and compressing quite a bit when I'm walking around in them, it feels good still. Maybe it lost a little bit of its bang from the first day. I don't really know. Like, it still feels like very, very good on feet, but it's not anything crazy that I noticed, to be honest. So I would really need to get like a third pair, just try them on next to them and see like if the poppiness is still there. But I still put them on. I feel like a crazy amount of heel squish, nice amount of forefoot squish as well, and it's overall very, very soft on feet. I will say after wearing them for like 3 months, I do feel really comfortable wearing them just in general, and so like I don't have any like foot fatigue or anything like that putting them on or taking them off. Like at the end of the day, I wore them on the airplane even, like I didn't need to take them off of my feet. I just thought they were comfortable overall, so I didn't really notice the foam bottoming out, but again, I'm not the elite runner out there. Some people have said also that the foam does feel a little bit unstable, and you know, I guess I could understand that for sure if you're not used to a soft squishy pair of sneakers like these. They are soft, they are squishy, but I do like the balance in the way that these like move on your feet, and the heel toe transition is great, and the width is also very good. So in comparison to other pairs that I've tried on, I mean, even like the second version, it's very narrow in the heel with like a squishy feel. This has so much width in the heel that I didn't really notice like any unstable feeling for myself. But again, everybody's different. Some people might not like the heel squish at all, but unstable to me would mean you squish in the heel and you roll back and then you feel like you're going to snap your ankle. I don't feel like that's going to happen in this. You feel the squish in and it leans into it, and then it kind of leans into it, but it doesn't feel like you're going to roll. At least that's my opinion, at least. And the last con I would say is some people don't think this is a good shoe for long distance running. It really isn't necessarily made for long distance running, but if you're doing one shoe for everything, you know, maybe you'd feel a little bit more fatigued, but they have so many other shoes that you could use for long distance. There's the 1080 V14s, there's the more V5s if you're looking for like something that has a lot more cushioning in it. Editing this in post, I meant to say the more V6. So I would recommend those two models. I have tons of reviews on those if you guys are interested as well. There are people that are going to be worried about the durability of the shoe as well, maybe as a potential con. There is some rubbage on the bottom. You could see I definitely like ate through some of the foam, but it's not super bad considering how much I wore them. But overall, maybe it is one of those things that you could have issues with long term. I, again, haven't had those issues, but I wanted to call it out for fairness sake. I can't really stress how much I think this is like one of the most perfect shoes that New Balance has created. Like, they really make some great running sneakers, and I'm proudly like bringing you guys some of this content just because I really believe in the products. This is one of my favorites. At the price point at $145, you really can't go wrong. With as much as this shoe delivers, it's pretty incredible. Again, it's just like the perfect like pair for like everyday wear, and the fact that it's breathable, lightweight, soft on your feet, and I really think it's a treat. And hopefully you guys are interested in trying them out. If you guys are, link in the description. If you guys did try them out from any of my other recommendations, or just in general, you try them out, leave a comment in the comment section. What do you guys think about them? I always like to see your guys' feedback as well. How much am I getting right? How much am I getting wrong? Leave other pros, leave other cons as well about what you think about the product. But overall, I think it's a dream, and I'm happy to have a couple pairs of them. I might actually just get a third pair. It would be fun to be able to see a collab of this pair also on the market. I would love to see like another Action Bronson collab or Soleil Bembre even. That would be rad. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys, again, want to buy a pair of them, link in the description. It directly supports the channel when you guys do that. Thank you, New Balance, for sponsoring some of the content again. And hopefully you guys have a good rest of the day out there. And hopefully we see you back on the channel. All right, have a good one. Peace, guys.